Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about beauty because a lot of people struggle with that, and when you heavily rely on your external reality to validate your sense of beauty or even people's opinions and things like that, it makes you feel very insecure. And the thing about beauty is if you don't even see yourself as your own beauty standard and you get into comparing yourself to others, that's really the only issue you have. Because imagine there's literally no one like you. Even if you're identical, whatever, you're still the only you. So it's not just your looks that determine your beauty, it's also who you are as a person, how well you connect to your sense of self, like meaning having inner confidence and just being sure about yourself. But if you're so insecure that you rely on other people to validate you, that in itself can be unattractive, because it really doesn't matter what your physical appearance is. Someone out there finds you attractive, but why is it that you're not one of those people? Like, why are you lacking confidence so badly that you're not even your own standard? If you made yourself your only beauty standard, you would never have to worry about a thing. You literally shouldn't have to, because you should just be hyping yourself up that much. And that's something I had to teach myself. Like, I don't remember the video I was watching, but one day I was listening to someone talking about like beauty and appearance, things like that, and I realized like I never had that idea that I was beautiful. Like I just always had this, insecure, shy feeling about myself, but like I never genuinely in all years of my life outright thought I was beautiful. It was just an assumption that I didn't realize I had, but instead I was just so consumed with the insecure feelings that I didn't realize that by just taking the assumption that I'm beautiful would kind of resolve all of that. It was just like this unspoken concept of myself that really didn't hit me until hearing someone talk about it and saying like there's literally no reason for you to feel that you're not beautiful. So it just made me have the realization that what you assume about yourself, your self-concept is so strong that you almost don't even perceive any other way of looking at yourself, especially like when it comes to physical appearance. Like you are, if you're so outside of your body that you don't even feel connected enough to say like I'm beautiful and genuinely feel that like lightheartedness, acceptance, love for yourself, it can be very hard to navigate, whether it comes to physical relationships, just relating to people in general, because you might feel like you're not good enough. But no, if no one genuinely said that to you outright, like with those exceptions, like if nobody's ever told you that, but you just assume things, and then anytime you think about stuff, the same negative feelings come up. You just have to be very self-aware to recognize that. And so like I said, obviously beauty, like how they say, is in the eye of the beholder. Like you should be the beholder. Like you have to be the first one to assume that about yourself. Everybody else that finds you attractive is really just reflections of you. So a lot of times we're more receptive to random people than people we actually care about. So that's usually another assumption people have, that they assume like the partner's going to find something wrong with them and things don't work out. Like it's okay that those things happen in the past, but if you're changing it now and going forward, just owning your inner beauty so that it just naturally makes you feel good about yourself, like that's just something that you have to make a decision about. um, and obviously, you can do other things to help yourself feel more confident. But my solution for manifesting beauty is really just recognizing that you already have it in you and just showering yourself with compliments. Like, I use affirmations for some things because it's like we could do it so often and easily in the negative, like why am I so ugly, or why don't I look good, or why is my body the way it is. But instead, jump to the positive assumptions. Why am I so beautiful? Like, why am I literally the most beautiful thing walking this earth? Like, why is my beauty just incomparable? Why am I just so amazing that people literally just in awe when they see me? Like, take a long time to really secure yourself and get that foundation to where you say, why am I so beautiful? And you actually believe it just the way you are. And then I guarantee, like, your body will change on its own, or you'll be led to things that could help you with your appearance, whether it's like vitamins or eating different to help your skin get clearer, or just being more inspired to want to work out, or whatever is in your belief system to help you get the body that you desire. Um, because obviously there can be situations where you manifest such a drastic appearance change that people don't recognize you, because technically we're shifting to the reality where we've always felt beautiful, and in every single infinite possibility of reality, it's a new you with a completely new body, with a new mind. Everything is brand new. Like, the me that was talking to you in the beginning of the video is not the same me talking to you now. So like, this body is a new body. Like, I just, I'm in this body now, and as each now moment keeps coming, I'm in a new body. So you can instantly be like, I've always felt beautiful. I've always been naturally beautiful. And if you talk about it as if it's always been a certain way, that's kind of like revising or just shifting to where you've experienced a past of always feeling beautiful. And it's really just tricking your mind, your thought process into having that perspective about yourself. And the byproduct of that is that more people will find you beautiful, and more people will compliment you and things of that nature. But I think the most important thing is feeling that way about yourself, because a lot of people feel like they have to change who they are in order to be beautiful. No, like, who you are is naturally beautiful. So I think when it comes to that, like, obviously you can do makeup and do things for the front of it, or to get up and go out and, pamper yourself. But even without makeup, you're beautiful just the way you are. But you have to believe it first before anybody else. Like, you should never want to make your security dependent on anybody else. It should just literally roll off your shoulder. And another thing I want to talk about is just rejection, because, again, that goes with comparison. That goes with not believing in yourself and allowing others to dictate whether you're beautiful or not, which other people's opinions, standards, perspective have nothing to do with you. That's like somebody random calling you ugly or stupid. Like, you don't even know them, so you're just like, what are they even talking about? Like, that doesn't even make sense, and you just keep going on with your day. But somebody who's insecure and genuinely feels that way about themselves, like they don't feel good enough, they're going to let what that person say get to them, get in their head, be upset, frustrated. Like, the only reason things can have a effect, or you'll react to it, is if some part of you believes it's true. But if you no longer believe that you have to meet somebody else's standard to be beautiful, and you are your own standard, then you would never feel insecure. So it's just a matter of recognizing that your perception of life, perception of beauty in general, is being reflected to you. So if you see things outside of you where people are getting judged and for their looks, or people promoting a certain kind of thing, and it offends you, just realize it's not the stuff that they're doing that's the problem. It's the fact that you have that certain perspective where you might believe those things are true. You might assume those things about beauty, that you have to be this weight or this complexion, this nationality in order to be considered beautiful, when none of those things are true. We can just celebrate the diversity that we have here and the different ways that people's souls chose to express themselves, and that's the beauty is in all that diversity. But at the same time, you're the center of your reality, so you should literally be the one who sees yourself as like the best thing out there. No offense to anybody else, but if that's what you need to do to hype yourself up and be confident, just be like, why am I the prettiest? Why am I the most handsome person to ever exist? Like, there's literally nobody that compares to me. And I guarantee you, when you tell that story long enough and you start to feel that confidence, like you're a baddie or something, then that's when you know you've really shifted. And yeah, I know you guys are all beautiful, and I want you guys to know it for yourselves too. Trust me, I'm still working on that for myself, but I feel more and more confident about it, especially even just sharing now with you all. I think it's making me feel more comfortable and accepting and being beautiful and what might come along with that. And that's another thing. Just make sure you recognize if you have any assumptions about it, because a lot of times people might think about like that toxic side where people will either be jealous or they'll criticize you, or people might be like the pretty girl syndrome, stuff like that, where things are taken in a negative way. Just be mindful of those misconceptions you might have. Like, obviously make everything to your benefit. And yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it. I hope you all have the confidence, the security, the love within yourself to know that you're beautiful, and don't let anybody tell you anything different. No matter what anybody says, none of that matters. It's really up to you what you believe about yourself. And we'll see you guys next time.